It's worth, though, Jim, taking a moment to put yesterday in perspective. Second day in a row where it's basically all or nothing. Brett, either uniformly negative, then uniformly positive.
The more I checked into Friday, the more there was a very thin day where there was a rebalancing. By the way, there's a gigunda rebalancing coming up on Friday, which is the Russell 1000, 2000. But when I see these things, I think that the Fed is concerned about what's going on with buying and selling of stocks. The SEC is very concerned about pay for order flow. I think people at home want to know about what the hell happened on Friday. Like, what happened?
What the hell happened on Friday?
Well, what? No, I mean, like, to me, the most discouraging thing if you're at home investing is to say, you mean like what, Friday didn't matter? We reverse Friday. Interest rates went down. People sold stock.
It would be the first time that there was an overreaction to Fed speak, or things being taken perhaps a little further out of context than otherwise expected.
Options expiration.
Yes, the option expiration. And there's Bullard on a Friday. I wish he would pick other days.
And Bullard, right.
Because this is one of the thinnest I've seen. I mean, I don't know. I know people trade at home, so it's not like, you've got all these guys at J.P. Morgan, they're at home.
They're not at home.
Well, they want to. No, the younger people are
they're
back.
They're back.
Oh, wait, we have to figure out who's back.
Trading and sales is coming back.
Yeah, they're back big.
If you're an investment banker,
they're back.
You're never coming back.
But I'm just saying that, Monday was a do-over. And that is just not what we want to see. We want to see some fluidity. We lose people every time this happens. I think that's what occurs.
You don't think we love this stuff?
Yeah, really? Lose people?
Yes, I think we lose people. Well, the market, do you think the market seems rational that we go down on Friday and then up on Monday on the same information? What changed that we suddenly went up?
Nothing, but I feel as though it's far from the first time that we've seen that kind of reaction.
Well, but I just think
to your point on Bullard, and Sarah Eisen was making this point yesterday, he tends towards big headlines. Even though he's a non-voting member,
he's a soft-spoken guy.
Yeah.
We were thinking big, bad cop, good cop. I'm just saying that on no information, we're making the same judgments, and that's what people don't like. I mean, it isn't like someone came out yesterday and said, you know what, Bullard's wrong. Nothing happened. Nothing happened to move the market this much, David.
Right. We got Powell. We got the transcript at 3:30.
No,
whatever
but that's not what happened. There was nothing.
No, it was
there was
you're right.
There was no economic news. The only thing that happened is Bitcoin went down, which was very interesting to have Bitcoin go down.
Okay. So where does that leave us today?
Well, that's the point.
Is that the point?
There's nothing going on. I mean, there's a chip shortage coming to an end.
Chip shortage.
But we are about
GameStop sold a lot of stock.
GameStop, that's a success. GameStop now has a lot of money
to
do something other than being GameStop, which is what has to happen. I've been with the video game companies, the 2 out of 3 video game companies, and 3 companies that are competitors. And they just keep coming back and saying that Ryan Cohen is putative. They're a CEO now from Amazon. But they have to come up with something other than being GameStop. But
now they're going to have another. I mean, they've got about $1.6 billion.
Oh no, they have the money to not be
in April.
Right.
They have another $1.126 billion. We're talking about GameStop here selling 5 million shares.
But that's good. They can be something other than GameStop.
Basically at the market. Jeffrey's doing that for them. Amazing.
Maybe it's a $20 billion bet on.
I mean, that's almost close to what the market cap was before all this started, right? Where was the market cap of this company in those early days before?
Oh, you mean the meantime?
Yeah. It was a couple bill, right? Wasn't it?
Yeah, it was much lower. By the way, we also there was a very important discussion with Siegel, Professor Siegel, on the Judge's show.
Yeah.
Where he's usually bullish.
Yes.
And he took the market apart too Friday. It was a thin market.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.